Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 1% Happier and Healthier podcast. This is the third episode of our Hyrox mini series, and Anne and I have now completed 2 weeks of training. So, what have you been up to this week, Anne?
Okay, so great to be here again talking about Hyrox. Who knew? I have been integrating a lot more running this week. I've been doing some sprints, been doing a circuit, and we do a circuit, and it's really full on. There's five different stations, so there's like battle ropes, weighted pull-ups, dips, all sorts of really high intensive. And I thought that's a great time to sort of practice my running because you're shattered. And after the five circuits, we had to run round the perimeter, which was nowhere near the distance that we have to do on the Hyrox, which is 1 kilometre per station, per 8 stations. But it was a good way to train my legs because it was sprinting when I was really tired. So it's just getting that muscle memory and confidence. And you
Mm.
know what? I was the pace setter.
Oh, good. Well
I
done.
was the pace. I was the pace setter. There was only three of us in the group, but I was the pace setter. They put me out the front, and I was off. And it really worked actually with them behind me. So that's what we're going to have loads of people behind us on the Hyrox cell. So they won't see me. I'll be in the distance. But no, that was good. So it's just really just changing it up a bit and making sure that all my muscle groups are being I'm challenging all my muscle
Mm.
groups. So you gave me a top tip because you've got your list. And I thought to myself, right, I'm going to get my notebook out and make sure that I'm hitting that every single muscle and every single training, every single exercise
Mhm.
once a week. And that's really working. It's quite, it's again, it's those small steps, just making sure that you get them in. And
Yeah.
yeah, I've done it. So I've been doing my running, my sled push. So we can talk about that. So yeah, really, really good week, really strong week. Absolutely shattered. I need a rest day tomorrow, but back on it again Sunday. What about you?
Fantastic. It's been a little bit mixed. So, all set to go to circuits after work on Tuesday. And I was wearing my trainers to work and my trainer socks. And I got off the tube and I thought, "Do you know what? I've forgotten my kit. I've forgotten my shorts and my t-shirt." I was so annoyed, so annoyed. And I got in the office and I thought somebody's bound to have spare kit. I thought I'm not letting this
No,
stop me
I love
going.
it.
So I
Love
said
it.
I was trying to get in touch with another lady that goes to circuits every week, but she wasn't answering her phone. Anyway, so when my mate Mark arrived, he sits two or three desks down. I said, "Mark, have you got any spare kit?"
Oh,
He says,
brilliant.
"What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I've forgotten my shorts and my t-shirt." And he said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll pop home at lunchtime." So Mark, bless him, popped home at lunchtime, got me shorts and a t-shirt. Obviously, he didn't have the sports bra, but I just had to make do. So I turned up because everybody else was suggesting I just go to Lost Property and see what was there. But I thought I'm not going to miss it because it was key part of the training.
Yeah.
And so there I was in Mark's kit, and I looked a bit like a footballer, I think. But yeah,
Oh, you should have got a photo.
anybody who's caught up with me on Instagram this week will see the picture of me dressed as a footballer. So yeah, so circuits was quite good. So I did, what did I cover in circuits? A few burpees, farmer's carry, lunges. So that was good, but I didn't
Yeah.
manage to get out for a run midweek because I was in London every day.
Yeah.
But I did have a really good session on Friday morning.
Nice.
And I was just, in fact, I was on the skier and Hannah turned up. Of course, Hannah is a guest that's going to be coming on the podcast soon.
Yeah.
And we know that she's got Hyrox tickets. So she joined me on the skier and then I joined her on the treadmill. And
Fantastic.
while I was rowing, so I did a bit of rowing as well. While I was rowing, she said, "Look, we're going to be getting on the sled in a minute if you want to come and join us." So I
Wow.
joined her and Bella for the sled push and the sled push,
Awesome.
which was great
That's
fun.
that's brilliant.
And it was even better because it was a good excuse for me not to do the wall balls. So I am going to have to hold myself to account next week and make
Mhm.
sure I do the wall balls.
Well,
Um, so
you
yeah,
did do 100 last week,
I
Sal, so
did.
you're a bit in credit.
I did. But no, it was really good fun to be training with other people.
Yeah.
which was good. And
Yeah.
actually, the thing to note was that when Hannah jumped on the skier, she was like powering away. And I thought, oh, do
Mm,
you know what? I'm just doing the skier within my kind of comfort zone. So I
mm,
thought the next time I got on the skier, I did push it a bit more.
yeah.
I thought,
Okay.
I think sometimes I just like to operate in the kind of amber zone, not in the red zone. So I
Okay.
think that was a bit
Okay.
of a
Yeah.
reflection that how much am I
Yeah.
pushing myself? So I think
Yeah.
next week I just need to turn the dial up
Yeah. Okay. Good.
on that.
Very
Um,
positive.
but yeah, so now we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive into exercise two, which is
Yeah.
the sled push, which of course we've
Yes.
both been doing this week.
Yeah. Yeah. So the sled push, something that was pretty alien to me. I don't know about you before we started
Yeah,
training.
we
I'd
hadn't done
seen
it, had
it,
we? Hadn't used it in the
see,
gym.
seen it in the gym, thought, what on earth is that? Obviously knew you could push it, but never really dare approach it.
No.
It's a big part of Hyrox because you're doing the sled pull and push.
Mhm.
But yeah, are you going to tell us a bit more about the
Yeah, so
uh,
it's a sort of large square metal thing, isn't it? And it kind of sits
yeah,
on a well, in our gym certainly it's on a bit of a track of kind of
yeah,
carpet, really, isn't it?
yeah,
With
yeah,
numbers 1 to 10 covering 10 meters. But
yeah,
actually in the high rocks we have to do 50 meters and the sled weighs 102 kilograms. So
yeah.
basically between us we'll probably take it in turns. I think that in fact in the high rocks competition, I think the area is 12.5 meters long. So
Right, so it's two of those,
it'll be
four
four
of those.
reps. So I
Yeah,
imagine we'll do two each. So
yeah,
it's a strength and conditioning exercise where you drive a weighted sled forward using your legs, core, and upper body for
mm-hmm,
propulsion. And you and I
yeah,
know there's some different techniques, aren't there?
yeah,
You
yeah,
some people push it with straight arms, some with bent arm.
yeah.
And then, of course, when we went to see Mason from the gym, he taught us a different way.
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, we were, again, with the form, we were just doing it without knowing. But when we got to Mason, he showed us the most effective one, which was bum down, shoulders, you sort of like this really
Yeah.
with your hands down and you're using your body weight, but you're using gravity and the weight to push it forward. And actually, that was much more comfortable. And we got on with it really well. It did change it up for us a bit. So that was a
Yeah.
really good we had a really good session with Mason about technique on that particular piece of equipment.
Yeah, it's really important to have that kind of flat, straight back,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it? And really use those leg and glute muscles. And I could
yes,
really feel that this morning.
yeah,
After going up and down a couple of times, the backs of your legs, you can really, really feel it. So it's a really good
yeah.
exercise.
I
Um,
think with all of this as well, just the listener's point of view, Sally, is that, we were using it for quite some time without actually seeking professional advice. In hindsight, we should have grabbed somebody from the gym to find out what the form was because it's easy to get injuries. So that's one thing I've learned, find out what the proper technique is because the last thing you want is an injury.
yeah.
Start using it properly to start off from the outset.
Yeah, and actually, a lot of Mason's tips are around how to conserve energy doing some of these
Absolutely.
exercises as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, yeah. So that's the sled push.
yeah. Brilliant.
And how are you
And
feeling about that one? Is that a favorite or a not so
I like
favorite?
that. I'm happy with that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't mind that one at all.
I'm happy with that, especially when you're using the strong muscle group like your glutes as well. It's making sure that's yeah. I'm fine with that. I'm still getting my mindset around the running and as the weeks go on and I do a bit more and I do a bit more and I do a bit more, I'm getting more comfortable with it. So it just
Mm.
shows it's that
Yeah,
practicing, do a bit more, and you gets used to it. So yeah, that so sled, no problem. Pull
good.
and push. I'm really happy with that. Yeah, comfortable.
Great. And what have you got planned over the next week? Apart from a couple of rest
Um,
days coming soon.
Yeah, rest day Saturday, Sunday, wall balls practicing, but there's no wall ball at the gym at the moment because they're all locked away. So I'm gonna use a kettlebell, thrusting it up and then dipping down, thrusting up and dipping down. So I've got that in my mind. So that's gonna be Sunday. So it's gonna be burpees, wall ball, and some cardio. Just my focus is on wall balls because I want to do a lot of those. And that's arms and legs. It's an all over body workout. So that's my focus for Sunday. Back on it again Monday with the local gym, which is a variety of different exercises, loads of burpees. So burpees are ticked. Don't have to worry about
Because of course we're
those.
getting
So
later in the
again,
month, aren't we? So there's even more burpees.
I've learned now though to never go back to one, even when it's one. I noticed there was a guy in the class and he always does 10 regardless, even when it dips down. And I'm
Mm.
following him. You know, when you see somebody, you think you're really fit, you're really smart, I'm going to copy what you do.
Yeah,
So I go next to him now and I do what he does. And I thought, and nothing, it's not as hard because I never go back to one. I'm always on
yeah,
10.
yeah.
You know, watch these people, these smart people, they don't do it for no reason.
Well, there's something to learn from everybody, isn't there?
There is absolutely. Just keep your eyes about you and keep looking like a little meerkat, you know? Pick up those top tips. Pick up those top tips. So yeah, so pretty much just every single day next week, just focus on different muscle groups and cardio.
Great.
And yeah,
Well, for me, tomorrow, I've got no idea what I'm going to be doing. Normally, I would be going to the gym, but Paul has said he's going to set up some workouts in the garden. So he's going to put us both through our paces, I think.
oh,
I'm thinking it's probably going to involve the sandbag, probably some kettlebells, and who knows. But
awesome.
yeah, Paul has set up a circuit, so I'll be getting involved in that.
Are we going to get a video of it?
I'd have thought so.
Oh, that's good. That's be useful. I look forward to that. I look forward to it. But
Okay.
yeah, it's all good. I'm looking, it's funny from just getting the tickets, like, oh my God, to now I'm sort of like, okay, yeah, we've got this.
Yeah, we have.
Got time. We've been training enough. So yeah, just enjoying the journey.
And another thing for us to talk about offline is we'll need to get our kit ready, won't we?
Yeah,
So perhaps we'll talk about that next time.
yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it from us now. See you soon.
Until the next time. Bye.
Bye.